Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks for the coming session. This is for Monday, March 17th, 2014. We're a little bit biased to the buy side here on the Nasdaq side. We've got a fair amount of RPS signals, which were lower on the day, but getting a little distance off of the lows. So that's definitely the theme here, the Nasdaq patch. Couple of deviations to note. Baidu's got a downside deviation, but it does have an upside RPS, so that could be interesting. There's a lot of oversold energy in that right now, at least on a short-term basis. First Solar's got an upside open-close deviation. BlackBerry has one also, and BlackBerry also has a VWAP deviation where they came in and bought this aggressively at the end of the day. Google's got a pretty good volume bump today and does have an upside RPS, so I would keep that one on your list for Monday. Entertainment Arts has a downside CPS, and this one's on volume, so this might be one of the things to keep an eye on if we do have support for the short side on Monday. As far as the financials go, a little bit biased to the buy side again. Unfortunately, no CPS signals, but we do have a couple of RPS and contra candles. There's no outright deviations here, though. Bank of America's pretty sloppy. This one does have a downside CPS and more than 1.5% below the day's open. A little bit better than typical volume, but not doesn't quite qualify for a full-on deviation. Here's a look at the energy patch. Energy patch, couple of things sticking out here. A lot of volume in rig. That one had a sloppy day, posted an upside RPS. Schlumberger, which is a close cousin, posting a downside CPS signal. Definitely keep an eye on this. That one's on increased volume. A little light volume here. A lot of these names. BTU's got an upside RPS. On balance, we're positive here, just like the rest of the market with the RPS signals. Moving on to the market generals. A lot of upside RPS signals. No real features here as far as volume goes. A little better volume in Dow, which has an upside signal, and also Disney. Decent volume, but no signal. With downside CPS and Deere. The Deere chart doesn't look very good, so keep an eye on that. And UNH still has a lot of room if they want to continue to squeeze a little juice out of that lemon. As far as the housing goes, not a lot sticking out here. Toll Brothers has an upside RPS after a fairly sloppy day. On the transport patch, CSX and UPS both have upside signals. FedEx and UPS both had volume bumps, and dry ships had a really rough day. Finally, onto the commodities. This is where we're getting a little bit mixed up here. Newmont Mining has an upside CPS, and that's really the only gold name here that has one. The rest of the stuff is a little sloppy. Double G, Silver Wheaton, and ABX, all downside signals. Got a volume bump in the Double G to go with the signal, and Newmont Mining has a volume bump as well. So the golds have had a pretty good run here. We got a bust out of that cup and handle on the gold chart, and the individual miners are trying to do the same thing with the XAU breaking out. So make sure you take a look at the charts as well. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. This has been Rich for tradesight, and please, if you find these YouTubes informational, please give us a thumbs up. I appreciate that.